Right, let's talk more transfers now, shall we? And let's talk about what's happening in Spain, because Karim Benzema has got a huge decision to make about his future. His Real Madrid contract is up this summer, and we're told the Saudi Arabian side are offering him a deal worth close to £350 million for a 2-year contract. Let's go live and speak to our Spanish football expert, Alvaro Montero. Alvaro, fantastic to see you as always. What are you hearing about the future of Benzema?
Hi, Pete. Good afternoon. Well, you've explained it perfectly. It's a 400 million contract. It will be for until 2025, so the next 2 seasons. As you said, Karim Benzema finished his contract this year, but you will remember, as he became last year Ballon d'Or, there was this clause in Real Madrid contract, so automatically he renewed for 1 more year. So actually and officially now his contract is until 2024. So he has to negotiate if he wants to leave, for sure. And apart from that, the 35 years old and Ballon d'Or, as I said, has been offered by the country, by Saudi Arabia, the possibility of becoming, in the future, the ambassador of the World Cup in 2030.
Alvaro, Benzema is the 5th highest goal scorer in Real Madrid's history. Will they do all they can to keep him, do you think? Or is he one that they might be happy to see go? What's your feeling from behind the scenes?
Good question. Well, nobody will be happy, especially Florentino Perez. We have to remember that Florentino Perez is the one who signed him in 2009. Not many people believe in him at first, even in the Jose Mourinho period. Some people believe that Benzema was not as good as Gonzalo Higuain, but finally he has become one of the best strikers in the Real Madrid history. I will say it's almost impossible for Real Madrid if you want to compare it economically. For instance, as an example, Eden Hazard is the player who earns more in the squad, in Real Madrid squad, and he's earning such as 23 million euros per year. So it's almost impossible if you want to compare it with the offer of Saudi. I would say it's almost impossible for Real Madrid if we are speaking in economically issues. If you're speaking by the heart, maybe they won't try to convince him.
Okay, we shall watch that one very closely. I mean, would you say Benzema is still one of the most important players in La Liga, or might this be a time where Real might look to bring someone else in?
Well, Real Madrid wanted him to stay, but if we are speaking about the La Liga, the organization, we have to remember that they suffered a lot after Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi left, one to Juventus de Turin, the other one to Paris Saint-Germain. So it will be important for La Liga, and they will feel sad for sure, because it's a very well-known player all around the world. We have to remember, as we said 1 minute ago, is the actual Ballon d'Or. And it's very important for the image of La Liga when you want to sell TV rights and you want to sell the product outside Spain, for sure, not only in Europe, but especially also in the Arabic countries. And in the United States, for sure, Karim Benzema is extremely important. And for Real Madrid, nobody a few weeks ago counted with the possibility of not having him as the striker for the future.
Roberto Firmino, obviously leaving Liverpool, has been linked to the move to the Bernabeu. Anything in that, do you think?
Well, it's an option, Firmino, for sure. But here in Madrid, and especially in the club, we are speaking about many other players. It's Vlahovic, it's Harry Kane, it's Gonzalo Ramos, and also Joselu, a former Real Madrid player who played in Premier League, who played for Espanyol also here in Spain. And he was a good option to helping Karim Benzema in the future. But now he's leaving. Karim Benzema, in case he leaves, I believe Real Madrid want to bet for another important number 9. The good thing of Firmino, it's said here in the Spanish press and inside the club, is that a contrasted player who had played many important games. It's not this kind of young player, 20, 21 years old, who arrives to Spain with no knowledge or with no experience. Is not the case. He will not renovate with Liverpool, is a feeling here in Madrid, and especially it's a player that the feel is that in their very first game, he's going to play well. And Real Madrid doesn't want to bet in players with no experience.
Alvaro, as a Newcastle fan, I nearly fell off my seat when I heard Joselu being linked with Real Madrid. But anyway, I understand he's been playing very well.
Yeah, Joselu's been playing very well.
Yeah, incredible, because he wasn't quite someone who fitted in particularly well in the Premier League, but players suit different leagues, don't they? And what about Jude Bellingham? We know he needs an operation on an injury, but what's the latest on his potential move to Real Madrid?
Well, the feeling is that he was target number one for this year. Real Madrid wanted to count on him. The relationships between clubs are fantastic. Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund has amazing relationships. The feeling is that Real Madrid was going to pay more or less 100 million euros, which is an amazing amount of money. Remember that last year Real Madrid paid 80 million euros for Aurélien Tchouameni, the French player, and they believe it's the player for the future. So they also count that the player wants to play for Real Madrid. It can be a perfect match, but as I say, it's target number one for this summer.
And Kylian Mbappe, of course, I have to ask you about him. I mean, he says he's staying at PSG next season, but does he remain a long-term target for Real Madrid? It's been spoken about for so long.
It's the million pound question. 2 years ago, I believe it was closer. Last year, almost impossible after his decision, after renovating with Paris Saint-Germain. A few days ago, 3-4 days ago, he was asked after winning La Liga in France, if he was going to play for Real Madrid, and he said, "Well, I want to stay. I'm going to stay this year." So I will answer this question, or I will ask you to ask me this question next year. Maybe summer 2024 can be the year or the summer or the market for Kylian Mbappe in Real Madrid.
Okay, well, I promise you I will ask you that question again next year. But I want to leave you by asking another question I've asked you a number of times, and that is about the future of Lionel Messi. Xavi says he wants to bring him back to Barcelona. Is this a goer?
Two things to say quickly. First, he has also an offer from Saudi Arabia, such as Karim Benzema, which I believe is a lot of money also on the table. And second, Xavi Hernandez, yesterday, he was interviewing TV3 in the Catalonian television, and he said that 99% depends on Messi. So that means that if Barcelona has the possibility and the money, they will do it. Xavi wants, the president wants. It will be like a second opportunity or a new last dance, or the last dance for Messi in Football Club Barcelona. But here in Xavi, it seems that it's going to be obviously Leo Messi decision. If he wants, he can come back. If not, he's going to leave to Saudi Arabia, to the MLS in the United States, or wherever he wants.
Okay, yeah, he really could go anywhere he wanted, couldn't he? Okay, Alvaro, brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.